Pune rape case, which happened recently in a bus, has shook the nation and has reminded the people of the horrifying Nirbhaya case which shook the country. And this is what raising the questions with regard to the rape laws in India, or the laws which deals with the cases of rape in India, and that is what we will be looking today. Hello and welcome to the in-depth series section of Drishti IAS. I'm Aisha, and in today's episode we will be talking about the laws which regulate rape in India. So first of all, the points of discussion. First we will be looking at the news, then about what is considered to be a rape, and then what are the laws governing rape in India, the rights of rape victims in India, increase in rape cases in India, and in the end a prelims MCQ. Topic is of relevance from General Studies paper 2, and also with regard to the role of women and also with regard to society. So the news talks about Pune bus rape case, accused detained from Shirur. So before moving forward, Drishti IAS Mukherjee Nagar classes has now been shifted to Noida, and the admissions are open for both English medium and Hindi medium for the IAS GS Foundation course covering both prelims and mains. In case of any query, give us a call at 87501 and you can also download the Drishti Learning app. So what has happened is that a man who allegedly raped a woman inside a bus at Pune's bus station has been detained by the police, and the accused was detained by the Pune police from around midnight from Pune's Shishur Tehsil and woman. So the case is about that a woman was allegedly raped by a 37-year-old early morning on 25th of February inside the bus, and this bus rape case has reminded people of the Nirbhaya case. So this brought to the news that what is first of all a rape. So rape, according to the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita 2023, it occurs when a man has sexual intercourse with a woman, but that sexual intercourse is without her consent. It means that the woman is not willing, but the man forcefully is performing it against her will. It means she is not willing, she has not given her consent. Through coercion, deception, or when the woman is under 18 or unable to consent. It means that in this, the woman partner is not willing while the male partner forcefully wants to do it. Now, what are the laws governing rape in India? So according to the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita 2023, it has introduced significant changes in the treatment of sexual offences as compared to the Indian Penal Code, because the Indian Penal Code has been changed by or has been updated by the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. So the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita further defines aggravated forms of rape, included gang rape. So there are different forms of rape, and one of the form of rape is aggravated rape. Then there is gang rape. Gang rape is when the multiple number of men or multiple number of people are performing the forceful coercion with a woman. Then it imposes harsher punishments for the gang rape of minors under 18 years of age. So if the minor is under 18 years of age and if the female is under 18 years of age, then there is even stricter punishments for it, including life imprisonment or death penalty. So death penalty can also be given under it. Now with regard to the Criminal Law Amendment Act 2013, so in the year 2012, the Nirbhaya rape case in Delhi led to the introduction of the Criminal Amendment Act 2013. So when in the year 2012 the Nirbhaya rape case took place, then in the year 2013 the Criminal Law Amendment Act came, and this increased the minimum sentence for rape from 7 years to 10 years. So earlier the minimum imprisonment was for 7 years, but then it was changed to 10 years. Then for cases resulting in the victim's death or vegetative state, like for vegetative state you can say is the state of going into coma, when the person is mentally is alive but is not responding. The minimum sentence was increased to 20 years. So if the death of the victim or the vegetative state comes, then the minimum sentence is, or the minimum imprisonment is for 20 years. Then according to the Criminal Law Amendment Act 2018, it was enacted to prescribe even more stringent penal provisions. This included the death penalty for the rape of a girl below the age of 12 years. So under the Amendment Act 2018, if the rape of below 12 years of age girl or female takes place, then the punishment is even more strict, and that can go to death penalty also. Now, with regard to the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act 2012, that is POCSO Act 2012, it can protect children from sexual assault, harassment and pornography. And pornography is also a crime in our country. So this is with regard to POCSO Act 2012, Criminal Amendment Act 2018, Criminal Law Amendment Act 2013, and then the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. So the punishment has become stricter as compared to previous times. So these are the laws which govern the rape in India. And now let us talk about the rights of the rape victims in India. So first and foremost is the right to zero FIR. Now this means that the person or the female can go and register or can file an FIR in any police station, and then the prescribed police station will transfer the case to the prescribed police station. So the victim can file a zero FIR at any police station. Any police station means all over India. It can go and register to any police station. Regardless of jurisdiction, the FIR will be transferred to the appropriate station for investigation. Then free medical treatment. Under section 357C of the CRPC 1973, it talks about that all hospitals must provide free medical treatment to rape victims, and the CRPC 1973 has now been replaced by the BNSS 2023. Then no two-finger test. Now the doctors cannot perform the two-finger test because it leads to the violation of the survivor's dignity, and it is seen that it can cause grave harm to the person's mental health. Then harassment-free and time-bound investigation. So the statement shall be recorded by a woman police officer or any other officer at a time and place convenient to the victim. So these are few of the rights of the person. One must know that there is right to zero FIR, and then there is free medical treatment, because free medical treatment becomes important for the people to know that they can go and get free medical treatment. Then increase in rape cases in India. So what are the provisions with regard to it? Normalization of rape. So it refers to a sociological environment where sexual violence is normalized and excused, leading to increased rape cases. That because nowadays people are hearing this type of news so often that now hearing these type of news or hearing the rape cases taking place has now been normalized. A condition which is rare, a condition which is not normal, a condition which leads to very harsh outcome for the female or the family of the female. People do not understand that how much mental trauma a person goes through, and there are many incidents in which the female has also lost the life. So it should not be normalized, and one of the problems that nowadays is being seen, and that is the normalization of the rape cases. Second is the alcoholism. So alcoholism is also considered to be a reason, because it can make a person reach that stage where the person is not in his or her senses and is not able to find out whether they are doing right or the act which is being performed by them is right or wrong. The ethical or the moral grounds of the person is not able to deal with it. Then alcohol consumption is a significant factor contributing to higher rape rates. It impairs judgment and can lead to more aggressive and violent behavior. Then insufficient female police representation. Now this is also a problem, that if the females who goes to police station and they do not find any female police constable or any female inside the police station on the duty, then they do not feel comfortable talking about what has happened or talking about the incident in front of a male police officer. So India's police force had around 11.75% female officers in the year 2022. This is a low percentage. It means that women who are victims of sexual assault, they may struggle to report their cases to female officers. Then blaming victims for immoral behavior. Women engaging in behaviors deemed immoral, like for example drinking or late night outings, this is unjustly blaming the females for whatever is happening with them, and this is an absolutely wrong connotation, that blaming victims for immoral behavior. So because someone is wearing clothes which is not liked by someone else, or someone is going late night for any kind of parties or any other engagements, so if the people are saying that that is an immoral behavior according to some, but according to some that is not. So this is an unjust explanation which people gives on their part. So these are few of the reasons. There are other reasons also, like there are patriarchy can be considered a reason for it. Not giving proper ethical education to people is wrong. Then the people or the men needs to be at a behavioral ground, that they need to understand that they need to have certain boundaries and respect with females. Then these are few of the reasons with regard to increase in rape cases in India. And in the end, it's a prelims MCQ and you people need to tell me the answer in the question. So, which first information report can be filed at any police station regardless of jurisdiction? That is 0 FIR, nil FIR, no FIR or none. We have discussed this in the video, so give me the answer in the comment section. And that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Till we meet next time, keep reading, keep writing and keep subscribing to the channel. Thank you.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.